What is going on? Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for being here. This is El Paso, your weekly podcast. And I know I'm a day late, okay? Listen, I have a lot of stuff going on. I actually don't. I don't have anything. I don't have shit going on. But no, I do have quite a few things that have been going on, and I know I am late. I'm trying to do this, and this is a good week to do the podcast. There's a bunch of events this week, and I know I'm late. I should have done this thing yesterday, but I got home super late. No, I got home. Let's see. I worked, and then it was Monday where I didn't sleep. I haven't been getting all the sleep. I've been trying to kind of hurry everything up a little bit, and I just keep having to put sleep off a little bit more. And then I'm like, hey, you know what? I could sleep 6 hours. I could sleep 5 hours. And to the point where I got into the point where I was like, all right, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And I know what it was. It was on Monday I couldn't sleep, right? Because my girl was out with her friends. Shout out to her little... Well, I'm not going to do a shout out because she doesn't even listen to the podcast. But she was out with one of her friends. And she's like, well, it's her birthday, you know? And, of course, since she's with me, you know, we got to be weird about everything. So we can't choose, like, a normal night to go out, you know, like a Friday or a Saturday. Which, you know what? I don't care. That's fine. But she went out on Monday night, and she got home, like, at, I don't know, like at 2:30 in the morning. And I just couldn't sleep. Like, she wasn't home, and I was like, all right, I don't know if it's just my, you know, because we're together or anything, and I was like, all right, so I can't sleep if she's not at home because I don't know if she's okay, if she's gonna get pulled over, or she, you know, because she drives like shit, or if she's gonna get in a car crash because she also drives like shit. And I figured, okay, I'm just gonna wait until she gets home because if I fall asleep and then she calls me, like, that wouldn't have been a big deal really, but I just couldn't sleep. Okay, that's the point that I'm trying to make. And she can. I mean, she doesn't go, fuck. Whenever I'm out at open mics and I, you know, get caught up late or whatever, I'll get home and she'll be fucking just just asleep across the bed, you know. And then she'll be like, "Oh no, I wasn't asleep. It's like I was waiting for you." It's like, that's bullshit. You weren't even waiting for me. You know, I try to move you. I try to get the blanket back. You couldn't fucking. Yeah, you were like stone cold, you know, just fast asleep. So I couldn't sleep that day, and I had to wake up the next day for work. I had to wake up at 4:30. That way I could be at work before 6. And yeah, you know, I managed pretty good. I think I was doing pretty good up until noon. And then when I took my lunchtime, I told one of the guys, "Hey man, I'm gonna close up the shop. Like I have a little workshop, right?" And I was like, "I'm gonna close up the shop. Can you, like, wake me up here in a few minutes?" Because, you know, after my lunch, basically I took a power nap. And I have a short lunch, which I don't think it would have been an issue if I would have just taken the longer lunch. But after my lunch, man, that's when it just hit me. And, you know, like, if you used to just stay up all night back when you were, you know, in our high school kids or high school days, you would always pride yourself, oh, I'll watch TV all night, you know, and I could stay awake all day. Like, I don't even need sleep. I could go 2 days. We can't. You shouldn't, right? It's just not the way we're made. And it's cool. I mean, if you can manage, that means that you probably don't do shit at work. And, you know, you probably have a nice cushy job. And I don't. I have to be on my feet all day. And then I got off work, and I just came home, and I just crashed for a couple hours. And then... what did I do that day? And then I've been working on my chicken coop. Because my chickens, she's sitting on some eggs, right? So I know some chicks are coming in the next few days. So I've been trying to do that, and I was like, all right, after work, you got to buy some more stuff to work on your thing. And I'm on the motorcycle because I'd rather be on the bike. And it turned out kind of nice because one of my friends brought me a little piece of chicken wire. He's like, "Hey, dude, I had some like chicken wire that I left over. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Dude, that's perfect. Like, that's exactly the amount and the size and everything. Like, it was just perfect." And I was like, "All right, so this is it." So I took a nap, and I did go to an open mic on on Monday over at Crown Eagle with Mr. Jerry Carnes and Malcriado. Shout out to that guy. And I was out there on Monday, and then I got, that's when I got home late, and then my girl was still out late. And then last night, Jesus, my friend, he gave me the chicken wire. He's like, hey, dude, come over. Like, I'm going to do, let's have a drink, and I'll make some nachos or something. Let's hang out. And one of our other friends was out there, and one of his wife's friends. And my girl was like, hey, we should go to that axe throwing place. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, what time are you going? And she's like, oh, no, we're going a lot later. And I was like, hey, I have to work in the morning. Like, I can't just be doing, go across town at 10 at night and throw a couple axes and then go party afterwards and then be home late. And I still got home late. I was already home late anyway because, with my friend, we got a little wild, I guess. And it's always a good time. It's always a good time when the three of us, after a couple hours of hanging out, the girls take off, and his wife was already passed out, and she was shit-faced, man. She was good. She was having a good time. And I like to fuck with her whenever she's drunk. I'll just, fight with her, and I'll just talk. Now I realize that it helps me develop that open mic heckler or crowd work aspect of it. This has just invaded my whole life now. And it was just funny because I was able to. She was just talking shit, and I was talking shit back, and it was a fun time. And I started realizing after on Monday, I have to say that I really enjoyed Mr. Otis Hicks and his rant up on stage, man. That guy, first of all, he's got just a killer voice, and just his crowd work where people weren't really heckling him. And he was just, plus it probably helps that where he works at and he's able to talk so much shit. But I was just in awe of this guy. I was like, fuck, man, you got a response for everything. He's just he's just like a woman. He just won't shut the fuck up when you're talking shit. Which as somebody that goes up on stage as a comic, that you have to develop that, just be able to top. It's very delicate, and that's one of the things that I enjoy seeing, because you have to be able to talk shit to somebody to where it'll be rude enough, where it's funny, but you have to kind of not be careful, but just be able to let that person know that you're just joking. That way they'll engage a little bit more, especially if it's a good crowd where they'll just talk some shit. And it was great. I had a great time, and it was very intimate. At Crowd and Eagle, I encourage people to go out there. Monday nights, mamadas, and it's one of the things that I like to do on Mondays. I really, really enjoy it because, like I said, everybody goes out on the weekend or close to the end of the week, and I really, really enjoy the Monday night open mic. So plus it's a good chance to work stuff out. It's just great. So. If you can check it out, let your friends know. And it doesn't go too late. Especially if you work the next morning, you want to go have a drink after work or anything. It is a good time to go out there and hang out. So, we did also, over this week, let me see how long I'm going here. I don't want to go too long. I'm already at 9 minutes. All right. I got another 10 minutes, and then we'll do the last 10 minutes of events. All right? Everybody cool? Everybody? All right, you, sir, in the back? Yeah. All right, cool. So I'll do, I'll try to do it under 10 minutes. But I did want to talk about that comedy competition that took place over in San Elizario. It was pretty fun, man. Obviously, the big name that showed up as a judge was Raymond Horta, and I was talking about his show at the comic strip, and it sold out, man. We couldn't get tickets. Sorry, Raymond. Sorry, Mr. Horta. He's a super cool guy. We actually, even though we missed the tickets, he was one of the judges, so all the comics got a chance to meet him, and it was great, man. That guy was fucking hilarious. I have to admit, before that day, I didn't realize, oh man, I hear his name a lot, but from the stuff that you find online and everything, especially recently, I was like, oh, like, this guy's cool. But I just wasn't that. I didn't know that much about him. I knew the name, and I know, with his Cowboys, like shit talking. He does get a lot of people riled up, I guess. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped recording the first time, because my mouth was all dry. Did I already say that? I've already done this 4 times, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I have a giant pitcher of water here next to me. So, anyway, so we all met him, and it was a good time. And I wanted to give thanks to Sharita, because she kind of forced me to do that open mic. Not open mic, that competition. It wasn't a fucking dude. And I realized that I missed the stage so much than what I really, really thought. It was just, you get this adrenaline rush. I don't know if, for me, it's always been, I have the worst qualities when I go up there. And I know I'm just starting thoughts and I'm not finishing them. And that's pretty much how it goes on stage. I have the worst qualities for somebody that goes on stage, okay? So, first, when I go up there, I blank. Which, what the fuck? It's like, dude, you gotta be on you gotta be on your A game when you go up there. And then, I don't know if it's stage fright or I think it's more adrenaline. Because it's not that I'm scared that I'm up there, but it's just so exciting to be, like you're the fucking center of attention. And I think that's one of the things where when I started doing, theater and stage acting and all this choir and acting and all this stuff on stage from, almost 9 years ago. It's close to 10 years ago, right? And because it was, actually more. Well, I started in high school. And, I'm already 29, so that's already, 11 years since I've done it in high school. And then I only did it maybe a couple more years after I turned 18. So it's been probably close to 9 years since I last was on stage. And it all just came flooding back where I was like, all right, dude, you're over at the Sanelli Comedy Club, It's not a comedy club, it's a theater. So it was the first time in my mind where I realized, okay, dude, you're back on a legit stage. And it was just so exciting. It's all these memories came flooding back, good and bad, where I was like, oh shit, I'm backstage. And it kind of, I don't want to sound so, I'm so artistic, but it kind of brought something back up, deep inside me, deep inside me. Yeah, whatever. And it was really cool because I was like, oh, I do miss being on stage and everything, but just being there, it just really kind of hit me. And this was before the show. I got to go backstage, and I was like, hey, I'm lost. I don't know how to, where do I go? So I showed up backstage, and Sharita was there, and she was like, all right, we'll go over there with all the comics and stuff, you pieces of shit. Go over there, you fucking assholes. Right? I gotta talk some shit, okay? You gotta laugh. It's I'm still trying to work on that. So, whenever I walk backstage, I don't think I was supposed to be backstage, but I was lost as fuck, and everybody's so nice, man. Everybody's so supportive, because I don't know. It's just I need a lot of work. And I'm doing it. I'm trying to do more every day, and I think that's why I'm so drained and so tired. My back hurts, and I have all these pains around my whole body. But you know what? I think I'm doing good. Maybe. Well, my body's not. My body's slowly crumbling down. I don't know if it's just I'm getting near 30, or if I am chewing off a little more than I can eat, or biting off a little more than I can chew. Right? I don't know. You know the saying. I don't. What are you doing? What are you here? Anyway, so I think that's what's going on. But I usually do that. I kind of get a big plate, and then I overwhelm myself, and then I have this breakdown, and then it makes stuff a little bit funnier, I think, or I have to find a way to make it funnier. So that's kind of what my impression of being back on the stage kind of gave me. It was just a reminder of how much I really do like it, and just be like, all right, man, if you want to keep doing this, you gotta, you gotta do the work too. And I have. So tonight I'm doing a couple. I'm gonna try to do a couple open mics today, so that way I can get some of that stage time. So once the show started, the judges were, I believe Sharita was one of them, which I think they did try to stay super unbiased, which is what I like. And a lot of people have been so honest, brutally honest with me. It's like, you know what, you're okay, but you do need some work. And I didn't make it through like any other rounds or anything. I think I did pretty good. The fact that there was an audience that was specifically there to see comedy was kind of cool because we actually had, we all had a purpose. And I think that made me kind of be a little bit more on my game. And so it was a good time. Anyway, so when I was in there, I didn't have any service, because like I have an old phone and whatever. It was just those Adobe walls. I get that problem in my house sometimes, where I don't have that very good service. So what that did to me that day was like it forced me to kind of be more in focus, and it helped me like freak out more. That like, oh shit, like it's just you and your thoughts up there, man. Like try to make it funny, and it really did kind of help me to focus a lot more, and I didn't have any distractions at all. And it was cool. I got, and I just thought it was funny because I got lucky number 13. And like a few days later, I had already gotten, like my spot on the list for the open mic was also 13. And I just thought it was funny. I was like, all right, man, this is, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, right? Is that Michael Scott? No? Anybody? But no, I'm not very, I don't really believe in a lot of that stuff. It's just coincidences, and maybe a lot of these comics will tell me like, nah, dude, it's meant to happen. And if it is, that's good, but I don't know what the plan is. So to me, it's all coincidences and just random bullshit that's happening. But I did get that 13th spot on the lineup, which was weird because it was the second time in like that same week, and at that one venue. And I think I did pretty good at the open mic too. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm starting to develop whatever this shit is. And it was really, really kind of cool. So, and yeah, and like that's my worst quality, man. Just blanking out there, and then just, I think it's the adrenaline that gets so much to me that I start shaking a little bit. Because it's not scared. And then, it happens at the beginning, and then you start feeling comfortable on stage, and it just goes away. There was a quote that I read, I think. It was like a meme or something. I don't know if I shared it. And it was something about supporting artists. It was, and I wrote it down. It says that dead artists don't need money. So, you should buy from the living. And I just thought it was nice. Because, if you really are an artist, like me, right? Let's say I become rich and famous or whatever for a painting. That's funny because right now I'm looking at one of the pages that I'm talking about, and there's a picture of Van Gogh, and he's all did up with all these like crazy tattoos and shit. Anyway, so yeah, like if somebody's dead, like what the fuck do they care? One of my fantasies is like I want to be an unrecognized talent. Once I leave, it's like, oh man, he died, like, and nobody even knew that he was a genius. Right, which I could dream. So fuck off. But yeah, so that was my experience at the comedy competition. I am thankful for all these fucking people, man. There's not much that I really can say. How welcome I feel, and it's nice, and everybody's telling me to do things. So I think I'm just pissing everybody off. Like, dude, all right, get better, because you're an okay person to like hang out with. But you're a shitty comic. Like, you need a lot of work. So that's kind of what I have to work. That I gotta earn my stripes, and I'm already going on 3 months doing this. So I have to have a solid joke in there somewhere. I'm trying, and I'm trying my best too, which is the saddest fucking thing. All right, cool. So that's it. Everybody good? Caught up on the shit that's going inside my brain. All right, good. So let's get into some of these events. One of the big ones, and I encourage you and everybody that I know, all your friends, family, relatives, and anybody that has access to the internet or Facebook, I encourage you to go to the Last Thursdays El Paso Facebook page. They, clearly they do events every last Thursday of every month here in El Paso. Just in case you hadn't realized what that was. So, sorry. I haven't eaten anything, so I'm just getting like random burps. I probably need to eat since all those intestinal gases, just fucking. Anyway, so I did want to encourage everybody to follow that Last Thursdays El Paso Facebook page. So tomorrow is going to be May 27th. And this is one of the fucking reasons why I wanted to do it on Tuesday. That way everybody would have a couple of days to, listen to this shit and then be able to plan out, okay, what's going on where. Because there's a lot of things happening almost at the same time on the same day. A lot of these are art exhibits, and there's a couple. There's a couple other ones, but I did want to point this one out. And there's also, I believe, there's also like an open mic tomorrow. No, actually, it's not an open mic. It's an actual comedy showcase over at Mona Bar tomorrow on Thursday. Anyway, so let's go ahead and put this out there, right? So Last Thursdays El Paso, they have a bunch of events, and I'm just kind of scrolling down their the page of their post. Okay, so Galeria Lincoln, May 27th, they're going to be having Juanted. All right, and that's Galeria Lincoln, 3915 Rosa Avenue. All right, so that's the first one. And then this is the last one that I saw, and it was Red Door Vintage, and is the Artcore Art Market. And it's also going to be tomorrow. It starts at 6, from 6 to 10, over at the Red Door Vintage. That's that little store located right there downtown. Their address is 315 South El Paso Street. And, you can't miss it. I believe they're on the corner, and there's a red door to their building. I think that's where they get their name. Unless they came up with the name first, and then they, like they didn't have a door. I think they have a glass door. The back door, I think that's where their the entrance to the tattoo little shop that they have there is. If they still do that, I don't know how. I haven't been there, so I have to go to this one tomorrow. Ah, shit. You know what? Tomorrow I have a wedding, so. But I might be able to swing by there before. Anyway. So that's the second one, right? Last Thursdays. And then we have another one. Border Art Residency, Roderick Art Space, 601 North Oregon, Suite 4. Juntos en Progreso, Together in Progress. It's a collaborative exhibit produced by Artstream, Border Art Residency, and Carissa Samaniego. Man, that name comes up a lot here in El Paso. Not that I have anything against it, Iggy was there. Iggy was one of the comics, too. One of the judges. So that's May 27th. That one starts at 5, from 5 to 8. So that's the third or fourth one. I have already lost count. All right, so then we have another one. This is a drinking draw / vinyl night. And this is at 501. And we've actually been to 501 Bar and Bistro, which is nice. They had the Marijuana March after party there. So also, May 27th, 501 Texas, at 501 Bar and Bistro is drink and draw / vinyl night. Art and vinyl meetup on the last Thursday. And is this a monthly thing too? Art and Wax Volume 2. Nights at the 501. Let me see. Last Thursdays, Galeria Lincoln. They have another one. I believe this one was last week too, if I'm not mistaken. But they have Crossland Gallery. That's part of El Paso's Art Association. 500 West Paisano. Colors of Spring. And I think I did talk about that one last week. But yeah, it's talks about all the colors of spring, and there's a lot. If you see the little flyer that they have here, the post, it's It's a lot of garden, a lot of flowers and stuff. So that one's kind of nice, especially if you're into all the flowers. I know. I'm trying to plant my garden, and I suck at it. So let's see. Next one, also part of the Last Thursdays El Paso, and I'm just going down the page of this one. Okay, so this is gonna be. It's called Teoquiyahuatl. Teoquiyahuatl. Teo. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, right? It sounds like this is natural to me, right? So this is a Sacred Portal. That's what it's called. And it's interactive installation by Angel Cabrales, UGLC/Centennial Museum Plaza. And that's over at UTEP, 500 West University Avenue. The living room is going to be having an art exhibition titled Gilded by Lisa Generete. Generete? I don't know. Is it English or Spanish? And it's going to start at 5. That's the living room, 2310 North Piedras. Also, just a little quick aside, I think the living room is having their Sunday brunch on Sunday. And there's going to be open mic, I think, again. I don't know if that thing's like a permanent thing now, if we're just open mic. But it's the first time that you get to this last one that they did, where the Sunday brunch. It was the first time that I saw these fucking comics during the day, and goddamn, man, was that a bad idea? We're creatures of the night, clearly. But it was a good time, and they had some good. I had the menudo. It was vegan menudo. I wanted to see what the hell all that was about. And I don't know if the pozole was also vegan, but I didn't get a chance to try it. Everybody had nothing but good things to say about that one. But I had to go with a vegan menudo to see what's up. All right. Let's see. Next one. Also from the last third. Okay, there's probably like 4 more. Okay. And this is just, like I said, I encourage you to follow this page. I'll share probably not all of them, but, I'll share the podcast and then I'll hit them up on, I'll give them a little shout out here whenever I record you'll see. Anyway, the next one is the Briar Patch, 508 North Stanton, Jose Montoya, original art prints and merchandise. That is at the Briar Patch. Let's see, next one, Old Sheepdog, and that's tomorrow. That's the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, or BWOMs. Richie D. Marufo is going to be hosting, and they're going to be having an open mic. I think this is not so much of a comedy one. If BWOMs, I think there is, and I think Nico's involved in this one. Nico and Jimmy, which he was also one of the comic judges, right? I'm just throwing all these names like in the most random order of anything. But this is going to be at Old Sheepdog Brewery, which is also a nice place. They have a nice venue to perform. They have a nice little, it's not so much a stage, but they have the space for, that they use when the people show up. Man, I'm already spending like all this time. And I have all these other events that I gotta talk about. You know what? Let's go a few minutes over. So that's good. Hey, a few minutes over. That's from Buzz Adams. Or, really? Anybody? All right. You know what I listen to? Hey, I work late and I wake up early. Let's see. From 8 p.m. to 11, the BWOMs is over at Old Sheepdog, 3900 Rosa Avenue. And you could go to Galleria Lincoln before, after, or at the same time. Just dip in and out. Casa Ortiz. Man, this is a place just down the road here. They're going to be having Efigias Elevadas over at Casa Ortiz. That's 10167 Socorro Road over in Plaza Ortiz. And I think that might be the last one. Oh, never mind. This is the last one. Construct Collective is a collective of sculptures at a new studio place in Texas Street, specifically 2131 Texas Street. Construct Collective, and they're going to be having they're going to be having displays, and you'll be able to see the artist while they're working. Wow, this is cool. That's also tomorrow at 6 p.m., 6 to 10, Construct Collective, 2131 Texas Street. And that one looks badass. They have a little picture there where, you know what, I'll share this one. It's going to be the last one, so I'm going to put it as a, there's follow, what do we write on there, since you're here with me? didn't have to show the post yet, or should I keep editing? Let's go ahead and follow Last Thursdays El Paso for a lot more. Why is my computer fucking acting up? And I do the one typing with a one finger, and that's why it's gonna take so long. By the time I'm done typing this, the podcast will probably be out. I'm just kidding. I'm doing pretty good. I just never learned how to type better than I wanted. It's probably something I should probably work. So following for a lot more art around El Paso. Art. All right, look, you're here live when I just posted that one, so that's gonna be the first one. Then I'll be able to close this shit out. Let's see. All right, that was good. All right, so let's get to the other events that I have here. So luckily, I had already had all these other ones open, and it's gonna be a lot of music. I've been kind of keeping up with the Speaking Rock page. They started to do like 5 nights a week. They have live music, which is cool as hell. So I'm just making sure I update all these. I don't know why I have just random new tabs. Just a random. Okay. Look at this. So let me see. By appointment only. Okay, let's not. Sorry. Vintage flea market over at Good Times at 2626. This one is 2626 North Mesa. Good Times at 2626. And they're going to be having a vintage flea market Saturday the 29th at 11 a.m. 11 to 5. I think I started backwards, right? I'm starting on Saturday rather than Thursday. All right. Rock House Bar and Grill is having Epitaph Romance also on Saturday, starting at 7 at the Rock House Bar and Grill. That's 9828 Montana Avenue. The Rock House Bar and Grill, man, always a solid venue for some nice. If you want to go fucking rock your heart out. Speaking Rock is, like I said, they're having live music. I think every night of the week, 5 nights a week, I believe. Today, oh man, I'm already late for this one. Today they're having Drive at Speaking Rock. What about tomorrow? Hey, look at that. That one's cool. So Rock House Bar and Grill is going to be having on Sunday a tribute to George Strait. This is just going to be like a long commercial for Rock House Bar and Grill. This is another cool one that I think I might be able to go to. So this is going to be a super swap. And then, I don't know, the name's kind of weird, all right? So just, if you guys hear this out, Super Swap SU, right? Southwest University is having a super swap for, is it for cars and stuff like that? Auto and diesel. So it's an outdoor event. You'll be able to sell, trade, or buy. And it's just a super swap, so go out and find, I want to go check this one out. Saturday the 29th at 9 in the morning from 9 to 1, Super Swap, 6500 Montana. That one's cool. So I'm going to share that one too. Since you know what we're doing this live. We're sharing it to a page and then just share the thing. Go for it. Bam. And then since I have a slow ass computer, it takes like 4 hours. Oh man, and this is a long time coming one. This is I don't even know how to say it. Paranormal Cirque. Is it Cirque? Cirque? If you want to be a dick about it. So they're going to be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I think they're going to be moving on to... Is it the whole week? Holy crap. From May 27th to June 6th. Holy crap. So this is going to be... Alright, I definitely have some time to check this one out. So it starts tomorrow. You can get the tickets here on the page. It'll give you a link to buy the tickets. Okay? So Southern Park Mall they're going to be having Paranormal Cirque. And I know... Is it Cirque? I'm going to Cirque. You know what? It's a Paranormal Circus. How's that? I know they're going to be mad at me for not saying it correctly. But you know what? I'm just doing it out of the kindness out of my heart. And it looks nice, man. Like the carpa, the tent. It's like it's a scary looking tent. So That one's going on. It's starting tomorrow at 7:30, and it's here through June 6th. So you know what? You can't fucking miss that. Especially if you want to get weird. Let's get weird, man. Let's get weird. So don't forget that one. Couple weeks. All right, hurry up, man. I'm just waiting for it to be shared. All right, so we already shared that last Thursdays. All right, so this is gonna be. There's a lot of rides coming out right now. There's if you want to, you know what? I'll just do this one just because I'm not. I don't know, man. Motorcycle clubs and people that ride together. I kind of always ride by myself. If you ride with a club, that's cool. It's just not my thing. It's mainly because I'm like so scatterbrained where, I'll just be like, oh, I want to see that, so I'll stop there. So that's why I don't go on road trips either, because it's like, oh, let's stop here, let's stop there, and it's just, which is funny because I was a truck driver, but it was cool. So I know this one is gonna be it's gonna a couple days. Day 3. So there's a few ones, but just go. This is at Barnett Harley Davidson. The one, is it the one Harley place here in El Paso? And they have a lot of rides. So be sure to go to their page to see that one. We have another band over at Pelicano at the Brooklyn Lounge, and that's gonna be Friday at 8. And the band is, I believe it's Bose, or it's not Boss, and it's not Bose. So it's Bose, maybe? At the Brooklyn Lounge. That's 11144 Pelicano. Friday at 8. Let's see, there's another one. 5 Points Pop-Up Market. That's Sunday at 11 in the morning. Maybe go to the market and then go have some menudo over at the living room. Yeah? That's at 5 Points, 2830 East Yandell Drive. This is hosted by 915 Pop-Up Market. This is always a good place to get some local stuff and, to go get some fresh air. Go get some sun. As far as masks, I don't know. I mean, I'll still wear it, I guess, if I'm at work. I wear it mainly because I just want people to stay away from me. I was like, hey, can you wear your mask? Can you not wear your mask? Hey, can you go fuck yourself? Just don't tell me what to do. You know what? I'm wearing my mask. Back up. Just quit bothering me. Folks Plaza's having their outdoor market on Sunday as well from 9 to 3. Also always a good time to go get some snacks and then go hang out. Haunted Carnival Days Art Market. Oh, this is a market? I thought it was just a walk. All right, cool. And I think this is by Kaleidoscope. It is. Look at that. I love anything that Kaleidoscope puts out, man. It's always nice, and it's very inventive. I like all their events. It's cool. So this is Kaleidoscope is putting up this one, Haunted Carnival Days Art Market. That's at 512 North San Marcial Street. That is Saturday at 5 p.m. Oh man, I should have shared that one. All right, good job, dude. Let's see, we have another one. All right, we're getting into the weirder events. I should have put in the paranormal circus. You know what? Whatever. Well, not whatever. I hope you go out and see this. This is always a good time. All right, so this is hosted by Lost El Paso Paranormal. Go check them out. This is Sunset Heights Ghost Walk. Friday at 8 p.m. Where are they going to meet? Where? Most elegant tour. Experience the Sunset Heights Ghost Walk. Space is limited. Friday, May 28th, 8 to 10. $20 per person. Meet at the gazebo in Mundy Park. 1299 West Yandell Drive. At 7:30 for check-in. All right? You can call 915-503-8960. And if you want to hear that again, just rewind this shit. Okay? All right, there's going to be another ride from Barnett, and that's going to be on Saturday at 9. Just go up to the Barnett Harley Davidson website or their Facebook page for the details on that one. It's just a long description on that one. That's why I don't do it. Let's see. There's another one, and this is a drive-through to the Concordia Cemetery. Is it? Is that what it is? Because that's exactly what it looks like. Ghost 915. Yeah, you know what? Another possible guest for my podcast. I would love, I want to get so much into ghosts, and specifically, I want to get into demonology. I was fucking talking to, if you've been out to the open mics, or if you just follow the page, or me or whatever, or if you're in my circles, you know that I have Hobo Favela there, right? And he has this podcast too. It's hey, are you a rocker foo? Are you a rocker foo? Right, I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Oh no, it's you're a rocker, huh? All right, you know what? I'm sorry, Hobo. I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to get you more listeners. I have a few people that I know that would enjoy it. So I do want to get into all that stuff. So this would definitely be a cool guest to have. And I know I'm running late this one, okay? It's a long one. I was doing it late. I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want now, huh? All right, so let's keep going through it. Plus, I have a few more things coming up too next week. I was planning to, I had a kind of a little surprise. So just a little teaser there. Oh no. Anyway, this one's gonna be the Howl at the Moon drive-through with Ghosts 915. That's 3700 East Yandell, and I can't see. There's no more explanation to this one. I'm guessing it's just a drive-through. This is from 8:45 to 10:45 on Friday. This Friday, the 28th. All right, so look them up. Go visit a Ghost 915. All right, and I like the society name, Paso del Norte Paranormal Society. All right, if you guys are out there, hey, reach out to me. I wanna do a podcast with you guys whenever I get all my ducks in a row here, if I can. I don't have my shit together. I don't think if it's ever gonna be together. Let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna be so late. This guy's gonna kill me. So I'm gonna try to hit up a couple open mics tonight, and it's not going good. Hey, don't forget to follow the page, man. That's at EmpEPTX. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And then the YouTube would be Emp El Paso, not to be confused with Emp Tubes El Paso or Tube Amps El Paso Tube Amps. So that's gonna be my first goal with the podcast. All right, have more followers than that guy, and more listeners and more views and everything. So this next event is hosted by Upper Valley Artists and Farmers Market. And this is going to be at Sunday at 11 over at 7930 North Mesa. Upper Valley Artists and Farmers Market. And if my memory serves me correct, that is right there in the Hobby Lobby. Yeah, May 30th. Okay. Sunday at 11. And it says here that they postponed it last week because they were redoing the parking lot. That's just funny. Anyway, but they're going to be there on the 30th from 11 to 3. And I believe that is the Hobby Lobby parking lot. Upper Valley Artists and Farmers Market. And then this is the first time that I've seen this one. This is the Country Club Night Market over at 1071 Country Club Road. And that is Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let me see. And this is a new. Well, you know what? I know that the Pershing Inn has been doing a lot of things. I didn't really know about it, to be quite honest. And I like that it's like an outdoor-ish venue for open mics. I think I went there a couple weeks ago, and I know they recently changed up the schedule on us. But it is also a good venue for bands, which they're going to be having on Friday. Friday at 6 p.m. at the Pershing Inn. And oddly enough, they don't have an address on here. They just have like the coordinates. But it's right on Pershing, right off of Piedras, I believe. And they're going to be having Locomotion Band. That's at 6 p.m. And that brings us to the end of all the events. This is a heavy one. This is a pretty heavy one. All right, so I don't want to make this a lot longer anymore. Just know that I might have somebody else on the podcast next week. I'll just leave it at that. And I've been trying to, more than anything, I've been just trying to coordinate, man. It's there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good things, and I just I have to work on my schedule a little bit better. It's just I'm not very good at it, but. Nonetheless, I appreciate you sticking around to listen. And I don't want to keep, unless it's just me just rambling, unless I have something specific or a guest, which we should be able to start with them. I know I'm going to have to push it back a little bit, but if I start getting guests in here, I think it'll be more interesting. Okay? So that's what I'm going to end up on. I hope you guys have a good day. Listen to the podcast, and then encourage your friends and family or anybody to let your dog, just leave it for your dog whenever you go to work. You'll enjoy it, and you'll be able to ask them, hey man, what events are there tonight? So don't forget to follow AMP El Paso. That's AMP EPTX on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, the YouTube page. And if you could give it a share, help me out. I'll see you next week. I'll be back Tuesday, all right? I better fucking be. All right. Have a good one.